God.
It is impossible to stand there because there are two ramps piled on top of one another.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the most side-splitting moments from classic Top Gear.
It's going! It's going!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 20. Fenton, the off-road mobility scooter.
Go!
Yeah!
Yes!
The three motorheads face off against a triumvirate of wounded veterans in an off-road wheelchair race for the ages. Since the hosts get to modify their mobility scooters, it seems like this competition will be a blowout in favor of the TV stars. However, once the race starts, this assumption is quickly proven erroneous.
This is a teamwork now, isn't it?
Yeah, we're actually doing teamwork.
May's ride is severely underpowered. Hammond valiantly tows his teammate for a bit, but soon he and Clarkson abandon their friend in a somewhat less gallant moment. Clarkson's Frankenstein scooter doesn't fare much better.
Once again, I had to abandon my pursuit of our rivals to go and rescue the orangutan.
Despite its 8-wheel drive, his little engine can't. Hammond charges on alone, but it's too late. When he reaches the finish line, the victorious vets are already there waiting.
Alright, lads.
Welcome. Right, mate.
Well done, well done.
Number 19. Indestructible Toyota.
Plane is not Hollywood. We're not using stuntmen. We're not going to use any computer graphics. We haven't made any mechanical alterations to the car at all.
The Toyota Hilux is a Japanese line of pickup trucks. In Series 3, the Top Gear lads decided to test their durability. Clarkson chose a 4th-gen Hilux and then proceeded to do as much damage to it as possible. It ended up surviving every single ordeal they put it through, amazingly driving into the studio to a huge round of applause.
This car still is. Look what we've got here. It's used to fell skyscrapers. But look what happens when you thump it into the car.
The tests it was subjected to were being slammed into a tree, thrown downstairs, getting thrown into the channel, dropped from a crane, and then, finally, it was placed on top of a 23-story building, which was blown up. A mechanic managed to start it up after every escapade using only basic tools, making it mind-bogglingly durable.
And I noticed above this enormous rust hole here, there's quite a dent there as well.
That was the sum total of the damage from the caravan. And that little bit.
Number 18. Bashed Up Caravan. Clarkson and May conduct an off-road race which leaves them and their caravans in pieces. They reviewed the whole class of vehicles known as crossover SUVs, CUVs, or soft-roaders. For once, the show employs a data-driven approach to their process. This leads to two soft-roaders being selected. Clarkson takes his place behind the Mazda CX-5 steering wheel, while May steps into a Volkswagen Tiguan. With caravans hitched up, the Rough Riders proceed to utterly destroy their towable homes away from home. This disastrous bust is painful to watch, but the two hosts have such a good laugh about the whole thing that it kind of feels worth it.
I claim a moral victory.
Why a moral victory?
I've still got a caravan.
Well, not really. You haven't got a wheel. Where's the wheel
Well, what's that?
Number 17. The Aqua Cars.
It's going! It's going! Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
The How Hard Can It Be challenges were some of the most memorable moments in the show's run. This included both of the amphibious car challenges, which were as difficult as you'd expect. Their first attempt had them try crossing a lake, which was smooth sailing for none of them. Clarkson came close, but in his hubris, oversteered and doomed his car to sink. May managed to stay afloat, but his ship was painfully slow. Their second challenge had them cross the channel instead. One car amazingly made it across intact, but it took 4 attempts to get there.
Oh! I'm quite...
Thinking I'll maybe go behind it?
Yeah, I'd go behind it.
Yeah. I think behind is best.
Number 16, the Peugeot meeting.
But then, in 1983, Peugeot decided it didn't want to make strong, sturdy, beige cars anymore.
Peugeot is a French car company who are often criticised by the Top Gear crew. Well, their cars from after 2000 are, before then, they were way more reliable. This motivated them to comically recreate a Peugeot meeting explaining this downfall. The table is littered with wine bottles, and they've all got terribly drawn-on moustaches. In the same episode, they took newer Peugeots for a spin, and it didn't go well.
It's still good.
For instance, Clarkson held the temperature up button for so long that the car literally set ablaze. He then gets stuck in a mini roundabout for an irritatingly long time, ending with another car smashing into his side when he finally moves.
It knows where I am on the planet, and then it can get me to my house.
Number 15, Caravan Train.
So, what we've done is replace the standard wheels with train wheels, and that's it. Nothing else.
It's common knowledge how much the trio despises caravans. This distaste motivated the destruction of tons of caravans over the years, even becoming a staple of Hammond's series Brainiac.
In Brainiac snooker, the last 6 balls trigger an explosion. Each pocket is wired to a caravan filled with some sort of explosive gas or substance.
Once, they decided to instead recycle a few caravans, turning them into a ridiculous train pulled by a car. A group of high-ranking train professionals was invited to try their creation, who were understandably far from impressed. Magazine Railway Express left them a scathing review. The poor job Hammond did at supplying the food didn't help, but setting the caravans on fire was the nail in the coffin. It's unlikely to be implemented by any major railways.
James?
What?
Your train's on fire.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Number 14, Teenage Car Challenge.
Even this 1997 BMW 7 Series.
Great car, ABS, airbags, so it's safe in a crash. Parents will love it for this reason. And kids will love it because, well, it's cool.
Buying a car as a teenager is one of the most exciting parts of life, but it's also frustratingly expensive, especially when you haven't found a proper job. This challenge had the team relive the experience, giving them only £2,500 to get a car and insurance. Things got more hilarious when they had to complete 5 challenges, all mimicking the standard experiences of a 17-year-old boy. This included sneaking into their parents' house in the middle of the night, racing to pack up a tent, and trying their best to impress women. Hammond almost won until he crashed on the last task, letting Clarkson take the win.
In a normal manner.
Oh, what a pillock.
Number 13, Ariel Atom. Some of the fastest road-legal cars are the Ariel Atoms.
Never ever driven anything that accelerates so fast!
It's so quick, it can destroy your entire face.
They were first created in 2000 and have been in production since. When Clarkson drove one, it ended up causing one of the funniest images in Top Gear history. Clarkson doesn't hold back, causing his face to get blasted by the friction. Despite the pain, he adores the machine and had a blast driving it. Newer generations appeared on later episodes, but they couldn't top the original car's hilarity. In Series 16, the Stig took the V8 model for a spin and managed to complete the racetrack in 1 minute 15.1 seconds, which was the greatest power lap time for a few years.
Not that. This.
Number 12, Clarkson's Bolivian blunder.
Boys,
Cars.
When our threesome treks 1,000 miles across Bolivia's rugged rainforest, they run into more than one obstacle. Powerful rivers, questionable engines, and rugged terrain block their way at many turns. These conditions might not make for an ideal commute, but they are perfect for determining who has the toughest off-roader.
The jungle was a worthy adversary.
May opts for a Suzuki Jimmy, while Hammond goes for a Toyota Land Cruiser. Clarkson shows more national pride by going with a Range Rover, though it turns out much of the vehicle's innards may be something else entirely.
Missing, broken,
Yeah.
your fault. Because I have been forging a path through this stuff, bamboo has gone into it, broken my fan, and now my engine's overheating.
Still, even the toughest set of wheels can't protect from user error. Case in point, a cocky Clarkson gets stuck in an embarrassingly stupid position when he insists on charging over a steep embankment.
Oh no.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, so you're now stuck in a hole.
Just look at this.
Number 11. Track cars on the streets.
As we know, once a man is past the age of 28, he may not, under any circumstances, drive through a built-up area with the roof down.
Taking a pack of race cars for a spin on England's mean streets proves these speedsters are far from practical. May's Caterham 7, Clarkson's KTM Expo, and Hammond's Morgan 3 Wheeler are pretty lacking in the windscreen and roof departments. This leaves the hosts really looking like twits when they end up stuck in rush hour traffic. On an extended pit stop to wait out the gridlock, May fails to figure out how to turn on Clarkson's ultralight sports car, which is made by an Austrian motorcycle manufacturer, which the big man later publicly curses.
Oh, this is idiotic.
It's perfectly straightforward.
A bad turn of the weather leaves the whole pack in abject misery. Even after they buy new outfits, goggles, and other face protection, their ride remains a bloody awful slog.
It's hurting my face! It's agony! Ow! 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 Ow!
Number 10. The Ambulance Challenge.
Trust in me. Trust in me. Holy mother of God!
The last challenge of the trio's final series was the Cheap Ambulance Challenge. They aimed to improve UK ambulance response times, but unsurprisingly, they're unsuccessful. All three attempts are comically poor. They all chose separate vehicles and then cobbled together some disastrous ambulance ideas. They eventually arrive at a fake disaster site and all do a pathetic job of saving the day.
The stick will now drive each of your cars around the track, which, to make it more real, has been fitted with 3 speed humps.
In the end, Hammond wins, despite his patient getting thrown out the window to their death and his wheels setting on fire. Clarkson was the only one who successfully delivered a patient, but if they weren't a mannequin, it's unlikely they would have survived the journey.
He's gone, and he's gone badly wrong! Hammond has stuffed it!
Number 9. The Throttle Body Wiggle Test.
As you can see, I've gone for a BMW 528i, and on the internet, it looked fantastic.
The Series 19 Africa Special was an instant classic. At one point, Clarkson's BMW broke down, and he fixed it in one of the most ridiculous ways imaginable. Usually, it would take years of experience to be confident repairing cars. Well, Clarkson knows a secret technique: percussion calibration.
What else is electrical in here?
Not the exhaust manifold.
Yes, I've done the fuse box, if that's what that is. Is that
That's an air filter.
Informally, it's known as whacking it with a hammer. Somehow it works, and he's on his way. Either he's a mechanical wizard, or extremely lucky, it's unclear. Later on, they end up stuck in mud, but this time, hitting the cars with a hammer doesn't fix the issue.
Yes! Well done, that was amazing.
Number 8. OAP car explodes.
And then the next one I've got really is this.
Well, I've been thorough here. I've addressed all the senses because look, magnifying glass.
Let's have a look.
As long as everyone's unharmed, there's nothing more funny in the series than cars randomly exploding. One of the most iconic examples was when they modified a Fiat Multipla, turning it into a Rover James. It was made specifically for the elderly, but turned out to be highly dangerous, surprising no one. The roof was leaky, causing passengers to get drenched in rain. The rooftop pet cage would have killed any pets it held. Finally, its only successful function was the self-destruct button, which rendered the entire car unusable. It would also explode if it were driven the wrong way down a one-way street. Thankfully, the elderly have chosen not to recreate the Rover James.
Keep going.
Number 7. Tractor Challenge.
I hitched up Jeremy's Toyota Hilux.
Our next entry is from the How Hard Can It Be series of challenges. This time, they were tasked with making petrol from crops. To do this, they'd need a tractor each to play with. Beforehand, they knew virtually nothing about tractors, so it was a learning experience for the trio. Hilariously, they decided to let the stick race their tractors and see whose was the slowest. All 3 times were incredibly low. They then decided to try growing rapeseed oil, but were entirely unsuccessful. It's made even funnier by Clarkson's recent farming endeavors. He probably looks back at this challenge with major embarrassment. Number 6. The Winter Olympics mini jump.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Clarkson here from Top Gear, and I need some rockets.
In this battle of man versus machine, humanity wins out against the big brains at Top Gear. The team is tasked with making a 1986 Mini fly further than a skier off an Olympic ski jump slope in Lillehammer, Norway. The problem is that the little car's wheels are more or less useless on the icy track, as May explains to his dumbfounded colleagues. To get around this, they enlist the help of the UK Rocketry Association, or UKRA.
3, 2, 1, initiate.
This help enables them to rig the Mini with skis for stability and 1.5 tons of explosive thrust. Their little flying car doesn't quite get its wings, falling short over the distance set by the cold weather athletes, but it does put on a good show.
Wall's gonna be needed!
Number 5. Sunken Car.
It is impossible to stand there because there are 2 ramps piled on top of one another.
The Series 19 Africa Special has made our list once again, this time for the priceless car ferry scene. To cross a river, they have to put their cars on a makeshift pontoon, constructed out of logs and barrels. The 3 work together to overcome the challenge, impressively getting all 3 cars across.
Our Father who art in heaven, if you're there, make it go upside down, please, please, please.
Right as they were celebrating their victory, in the background you can spot a producer crashing the backup car straight into the river. It was probably caused by Clarkson expressing his amazement at nothing going wrong, which must have jinxed the producers.
Come on! You've got to admit, that is quite a finish. Come on.
Number 4. Camper Van Challenge.
I'm sorry I didn't eat your raw bacon.
At least I remembered them.
Another iconic clash of creativity was the Ultimate Motorhomes Challenge. Clarkson's contraption was easily the most iconic. It was called the Leaning Tower of Citroën, and it made little sense how it managed to stand upright. Light winds make it sway from side to side, making it amusingly look like it could tip over at any moment.
Our next challenge was to cook a 3-course meal in our motorhomes, using whatever ingredients we could find at a nearby petrol station.
In the end, it was Clarkson and May who caused its downfall. While Clarkson was away getting ice cream, they thought it would be hilarious to park it on the edge of a cliff. You don't need to be a genius to guess what happened next.
Yes, very nice.
I'm going to the pub. Look, I'm going for an ice cream.
Will you bring one back?
I would really like. I've been thinking about ice cream for 3 days.
I will bring you back an ice cream.
Okay.
Would you?
All right.
And then everyone will go, they really do get on those three.
Number 3. Limousine Challenge.
Wheel spin and everything!
Well, that looks quite good.
I can't really see Kofi Annan ever having got into it in the first place.
If you're successful enough to get an invite to the Brit Awards, you probably want to appear in style, ideally in a suave limousine. Well, 3 celebrities were personally chauffeured by the trio, but the limousines were anything but suave. They were incredibly janky homemade contraptions. None of them looked comfortable, and most drove terribly, smashing into obstacles when turning corners. The icing on the cake was that May had no idea where he was going, causing his guest to storm off after being an hour late. At least his limo was intact, unlike Clarkson's, which split in 2.
Right. Dignity,
Okay.
your arrival.
Dignity, yeah. Dignity. Right.
Number 2. The Reliant Robin rocket.
Right, gentlemen, what we want from you is the most difficult type of space rocket, a space shuttle.
This little red rocket tries to boldly go where no Reliant Robin has ever gone before: space. May and Hammond attempt to prove the feasibility of turning Reliant Robins into reusable spaceships. While not actually hitting the stratosphere, the plan is to fly a Robin to a height of several thousand feet and then remotely pilot it to the ground. The help of UKRA is enlisted, but they initially scoff at the feasibility of such a ridiculous endeavour. Nonetheless, the rocket scientists help rig up a rocket 12 times as powerful as the one used to make the Mini fly. They succeed in lifting off, but in the end, a failure to separate results in an explosive loss to Albion's future in the stars. Number 1. World's smallest car.
No, that's not going to work. I'll have to.
The BLP-50 used to be the smallest car on Earth. As such, Clarkson just had to take it for a spin. It turned out it even fits in the office, proven by an iconic segment where Clarkson takes it around the BBC. This resulted in a humorous moment where he awkwardly shared an elevator with Fiona Bruce. A few years later, Clarkson designed and created a smaller and even more whimsical version, the P45.
Underneath the handcrafted aluminium bodywork, okay, you have the engine and the running gear from a quad bike.
It looked like something from a 60s sci-fi movie, making Clarkson look like a cyborg lawnmower. Clarkson took the contraption to Dragon's Den, where the dragons found nothing redeeming about his idea, except for laughing at it.
Is my creation, the P45. Now the idea is you can drive this to a railway station and then you pop it on the train or a coach or whatever, go to the next city and then you can use it there as well.
What Top Gear episode made you crack up the most? Let us know in those comments below.
Oh my God.
Where is he?
He's here, he's here.
Oh,
So I'm really sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.